Hello, my queens. How are you today, my beautiful people, my beautiful black women? Hello, all of my queens. How are you doing today? Great. I have a very special message. It's a very special order for all the queens, my fellow queens who are cut from the same texture of me. The same I am, that I am cut from. You are as well. Now, I'm always talking to you all about how hard it is for a black woman in black America, to live her life after a struggle. Now, um, it's not so hard after we get used to not being rich, um, catering to the needs of our children, being left behind, um, to raise children, on our own, um, and just the backlash that we get in those situations and circumstances. Also, if we have a background of addiction, if our back past life was drug addiction, and we're here in the future and we're making a difference. A lot of people in our race here in America like to give us drama, a lot of drama. And the main ones that do it is the unman. Now, I put in the synopsis what type of man the unman is. The unman, he is completely incomplete. He's a man that's not really a man. When he was a boy, he wanted to be a man before his time. So he thought he was doing manly things when he was just a child in his teenage years. And that included him getting bored of taking instructions. So a lot of the unman out there have dropped out of school. They wanted to be a man before them times, and now that they are wearing the age of a man, but yet inside of them are still lost little boys, they have the tendency to pick on women like me and my queen sisters, women who are so much stronger than they are, because we can start something and complete it, not just a plate of food. We can start a family and complete it. The unman cannot. It's impossible for the unman to complete a family. So that's why there's a lot of children scattered out from one man. May have 14 kids, 21 kids, 9 kids, because that's what they do. They don't complete. And their first completion was them just to simply follow directions in school, in complete school, listen to their moms, and do that. But instead, they wanted to be a man before it was time for them to be a man. Okay. And now, like I told you, they have the age of a man. They may have deep voices. They may even have a driver's license, but that does not make them a man because they are so incomplete, you know? And when black women, we're always judged from little girls, like we're some kind of a sex symbol, you know. A lot of my sisters, hi my queens, I need you to catch that Roland Martin episode on Roland Martin, talking about how hard black women have it in America, even from when we were little girls. Now, keep it in mind that we are the original black women. If we cannot speak to other black women on this level, and that's not what their intentions is to come around us to hear the gospel of the black woman, the original woman, and they're so judgmental or whatever they want to be, we cannot, okay? We can only communicate with such people. They'll catch on, because this is a movement. This is not just a statement here. This is a movement. It's a pandemic, in other words. It is. Because the black woman in black America has a hard time. Tyler Perry himself could pull that out to you in a lot of movies that he makes about the black woman. He does. And It's need to be known that when we grow up around a certain kind of a black man, that's the black man that we see. You understand? So I saw there were two actors, producers. They were talking about how Tyler Perry portrayed black men in his movies. See, what you guys got to understand is the way Tyler Perry was brought up around those type of black men. I and other black women in Black America that are like me, we're cut from the same texture. We grew up around abusive black men as well, and we're still around them. So that's what we see. A lot of us, child molestation, child rape, we escape that. It starts in the family with a lot of my queens and myself. And that's what we grow up and we see. And the venomous words that the unman uses is only to tear down the strong black woman because he's not as strong as us. No. So he had to use words. He has to use venomous words. He got to draw in him a crowd because he loves to perform. Because I notice about these type of unmen is the fact that they love to have attention drawn to them. You understand? So when someone comes to my house, and I'll know someone's coming to my house because of the way the unman in this area act. They're incomplete. And they use venomous words to tear down strong black women like myself because they have not completed their own life. They have unresolved issues. They have children they haven't even never saw or held. They have children that's just here, like I told you. They're here existing. So now, let me give you a very, very good example of the unman right now. Right now, it is 11:10 a.m. Okay? Now, little boys that are in pre-K, daycare centers, elementary school, high school, middle school, we got guys in college. Okay, those are our school boys. Okay? All right. And they're spending 8 hours in school today. All right. And they do this every day. They're dedicated to that. Okay. Now we have our working men who take care of their families. They have to punch a clock. Okay. But still, they're working men. They have responsibilities. So they have no time to hang out in the hood and just make a butthole of themselves. Okay. Then we have the men that work on jobs that they are the boss of. So you have like the principal, you have CEOs, you have foremen, you have these guys that, and you have guys that own their own businesses. These are guys that have responsibilities. Okay. Now, when you see the boys in the hood, what are those? Okay, I ask you again. The unman is hanging out all day long. What is that? Because I just read it down to you. Little boys are in pre-K, they in daycares, elementary school, middle school, high school, and they are in college. They're getting it. Then you got the men who punch a clock. Okay? They have responsibility. They have families that they got to take care of. They have no time to hang out. You have guys who are on jobs and they have high positions. Okay? Then you have guys that own businesses. These type of men have responsibilities. They have no time to just hang out, downrate women, talk about the next person's business. They don't have time for that. Okay? So when you're passing down the street and you're minding your business and the unman, he'll be right there. So do not miss that because you'll be able to tell the unman on sight because he ain't doing nothing. He don't have no business about himself. He's not taking care of his children. He don't work nowhere. He at someone's house, not at his own. Do not be offended by the unman or anything that comes out of his mouth to make you feel less than a woman because you've changed your entire life. You knew to run to God and ask him to remove you out of yourself. The problem with the unman has no damn sense. to go to God in prayer and say, move me out of my way. He don't want to. He's still a child that's trapped in a man's body. He doesn't think like a man. He don't speak like a man. Some of them, they don't even dress like men. Their pants are hanging out their butt. They're 50 something years old and they running around here with wife beaters and some of them just riding around in cars 5 or 6 deep instead of getting on a computer, getting an education, getting a better job. Anything that's going to corrupt their time in a positive way. They call positive things corruption. Anything that interferes with hood time, they don't want it. If it's something that they can just do to get a little bit of something done, if they can help out their jealous sisters and cousins, and those are the unman. That's who they run to, the unman. But what the unman is doing is making us stronger and more vibrant, more resilient, more resistant. Sometimes when I am home alone, I listen to music that men sing. I have some Maxwell here. I have some William Bell up in here, some Ronnie Bell as well. That Tucker, you know what I'm saying? Cool in the Game, the Gap Band, the OJs, Daryl LeBert, Johnny Gill. Oh my goodness, I go on and on. Barry White. I like to listen to men. So when I know the unman stays outside of my house. And the unman is always venomously trying to attack me because they are Satan's bitches. The unman is the biggest bitch that Satan have. Okay? The unman. Be aware of the unman. Because the unman, he talks just like a woman. He pick fights with a woman. He's perverted. He's a stalker. He has no good qualities for you to bring home to be around you or your children. So when I'm in home and I'm listening to all of the R&B stars from back in the day, old school, by the way, I'm 51, and I'm listening to these songs and I think about every milestone and every stride in my life that I have made because I asked God to move me out of my way. The unman don't bother me. The unman can't say anything because of how he is. You are not a man. If you got to stoop down by somebody's window while they're using the bathroom and then you say freak, only freaks want to listen to someone using a bathroom. What is that? Where do they do that at? What is that? That is not a man because a man is responsible, right? A man raises his children. Even a man, if they're not in the home with their children, and the mother of their children, they have a relationship together. It may not have to it's sex, no, but they have something together. Responsible, they have that responsibility. They have to raise that child or those children. He could be with someone else, she could be with someone else, but the fact still remains, a man will take time with his children. He will come get his sons, his daughters too. He will do that. Do you understand? A man is a balanced, beautiful king. Now, the unman, no, he does not wear a crown. He wears a baseball cap turned to the side or backwards, misrepresenting the dreads. That's what he does. He's a boy trapped in a man's body. He gave up on himself and he hate women like me, like us, because we had something to fall back on. We did not let the breakup take us down. We stood and we kept standing. Even when the unman came behind us to attack us, we still met our bottom line and got up out of that place. We made it home for our children. The unman does not go home. He is always in the street. He is definitely the epitome of a street rat. Yes. And some of them may have cars with a booming system, but still, how many kids you have that you're not taking care of? The unman always want to give opinion to someone, another man, when they are so incomplete. How in the world could you give advice to anyone when you don't listen? When you cannot see the big boulder in your own eye, how could you instruct someone not to put up with this or that? The reason why it's so easy for the unman to give someone instructions in a relationship is because the unman don't keep any relationship long. No, the unman comes in for a while and he's gone. The unman is that same guy that you thought was real with you, that maybe some of your haters sent to you, and you thought he was there for you, and you let your guards down. And after you did that, he left out of your life. And then you became a bother, right? That was the unman. You have to spot his butt on sight because the unman going to come into your life telling you everything you want to hear. There's a test that you can give to him. I will not put it on the podcast. I have a special line for women like me, and you will call that number. And that's how you spot him on site. Because some guys, they can hold out for the 6 months. And the reason why they're holding out with you is because they're sexing someone else. Okay? Now, the unman is incomplete. He cannot complete anything but food, a put down. Uh, he is below the pay rate. Love is very expensive. Okay? Life is very expensive. Trust is earned in drops and lost like an overflowing bucket, tipped over. So, ladies, be aware of the unman. You will spot him because he does not have a job. 9 times out of 10, the unman lives somewhere, but he is not on the lease. Okay? He's not on that lease. So the unman is at Gramps, auntie, big sis, little sis, moms. Now, all men that live with their mom is not the unman, okay? You have some good guys now, but you can see the unman because the unman does not like to hide. The only time the unman is hiding himself is when he's doing something illegal. When he's being doing those illegal things like stalking females, he don't want to be seen then. But he will show himself when he think you don't know that it's him. He's probably the guy that been outside all day long, peering at your front door, waiting for you to come out. And when you did, he said something, and you went on back in the house. You are a woman, a strong, beautiful woman. You are not a weak woman. The unman love weak women that they can control. The unman loves a woman to death because he's homeless. He don't have a place to live. So he'll live with you. He'll fight with you. He'll make you lose your home. He will disrupt your life. He is a warlock. He will bring destruction and harsh times and ignorant, envious, jealous women in your life. The unman is a little boy. Be aware of him because, like I said, he always is going to love you, make mad, passionate love to you because somewhere, somehow, you're supporting something that he needs. And when you pull back, He could kill you. The unman gives you an ultimatum between you, him, and your peeps, your children, your grandchildren. It's either them or me. That's the unman. If you kick the unman out of your house, do you know what he gonna take? I'm gonna tell you, everything he owned will go inside of a bag. That speaks volumes. It shall let you know you brought him into the Garden of Eden. You were the one that provided. It was not him. Because you told him it was over and pack it up. Everything he owned will be in a backpack. Do not be fooled by the unman. That is why I had to make this, because the unman used to, and he used to attack me with venomous words, and he would try to use it really bad if another man was around me. Now we have a lot of women out there too, and that's for another cast. Okay, I'll get into that because they are very two-faced, but they always want something from you. Mm, I'll get back to that. Now, how not to raise the unman is to make sure your son goes to school. Make school exciting for him so that he does not grow up to be an unman. We have no control over what they do once they leave out of our front door. Every woman, every man, every parent in the world knows we can protect our children from everything except from themselves. But you could put the fear in them and let them know you don't want to deal with me. So you better deal with your friends by obeying what I tell you to do. Be here when the street lights come on. Because if I have to look for you and I find you, you're not going to like it. Now, those words worked for us. I'm 51, born in 1973. And my mother was born in 57. Okay. So in the 80s, that worked for 80s kids and 90s kids. Nowadays, it does not. I remember there used to be a commercial come on WTOC at 11 o'clock. The commercial said, "It is 11 o'clock. Do you know where your children are?" My mama knew where I was. I had been asleep since about 9:20. That's right. Today it is different. This is why the unman exists. This is why the village isn't safe, because of the unman. So when he come at you with venomous words, any man that come at you with venomous words, and you have had sense enough to go to our Father in heaven and ask him to remove you out of your way so that you can stop your bad habits and your short tempers, and how to be the person or the woman that God wants you to be. When the unman try to attack you with those looks and stuff, you just looking up and down. That's all you have to do. And you keep it moving. Don't entertain the unman because he is incomplete. He cannot complete anything, but he loves to fuss. He loves to fuss with strong black women. He does. And if you don't fuss back with him, it's a go for him, because now he can keep saying things to you that he thinks is hurting your feelings. But just like I told you, every man like that, unman, have not completed the very most important thing in his life, and that is his life. He did not complete his life. He is incomplete. Listen to me. There is nothing he got on you. He would rather have street credit than bank credit. He pisses away his time every day. Just piss it away. Anyone could use him to do whatever they want to do. Anyone. So there are people who think highly of themselves and who do not want to get their hands dirty. So they'll go to the unman. Because even to these people, the unman does not matter. Because they know the unman don't have no responsibility. He doesn't have a family. There's no one depending on him to walk through that front door, to have birthday parties, Christmas, dinners. There's no one depending on the unman to pay bills. So they could use the unman for some chump change because the unman is most definitely a chump. Yes. So do not take to heart anything that the unman says to you, my beautiful black queens who have come out of the storm of addiction. And you're living good and you're doing good and God is blessing you. You are more man than the unman because you took your responsibility and you're doing it. And people like the unman always got to make someone feel bad. So that's why he will commence into trying to hurt your feelings because he don't have nothing else to do. Day in and day out. And when you do not respond and he keep coming, you know why? He don't have nothing to do. And he got to forget, he wants so hard, so bad to forget that he don't have no responsibilities, that he is not a father. He want to forget that he is not at work. He want to forget that he do not have his own place of residence. He want to forget that he hang out with guys all day long. He want to forget that he's a damn bum. So that's what they do. And try to tear you down. It doesn't work. Let me tell you something. Penicillin was made by mistake. And now there are so many forms of penicillin. And it was made by mistake. So it is a mistake for the unman to underestimate us, beautiful black queens, who has conquered, by the grace of our Father, drug addiction, ignorant acting, going back and forth with anyone, any institution. The unman hates our guts because we are women and we are more man than he is and he could ever be. The unman is not worthy of your response. Laugh at his butt because he is a joke. He is. And he doesn't have sense enough to go fill him out an application. And it's not hard to do that because applications are on computers now. It's no paperwork. The unman do not even know how to go for a job interview. He's not going to go in there with some slack pants and a shirt that buttons with a tie and some shoes that's shining. The unman going to show up in some jean shorts and tennis shoes. He going to show up like he getting ready to go to a cookout or just hang out with his boys. And he wonders why he don't get hired. Do not take to heart any venomous words that come out of the unman's mouth because he completed nothing important, not like you did. You fought with a demon substance. It was a spiritual warfare going on for your life. And you knew you could not beat it. So you went to our Heavenly Father, and He gave you the strength and courage to do what you had to do. He blinded you from bad situation and ignorant and toxic people. So that when you overcame that situation, when you overcame that demon substance, that toxic relationship, that toxic house, neighborhood, or place of residence in a state, and He moved you on to bigger and better things. When you prayed to Him like you were sending up love letters, He made you, molded you, created you, turned you into a Miss Do Better. And the unman can't stand it. He hated it. The unman hates us. He is Satan's bitch. Satan hates us because we are women and we bring life in the world. That's why Satan is always trying to kill our babies. Yes. That's why Satan will take the name of a beautiful, beautiful woman and spread her name in the mud, just like a hog or a pig with a ruby or a diamond, emerald, oh my gosh, in its nose. Have you ever noticed how pigs and hogs eat? hmm Their nose is in their food. That is so unsanitary. It is nasty. And that's what the unman does. When we have left alone a life of darkness and we are in the light and we are shining, the unman does not want you to be loved. He is the devil's bitch. And the devil do not like us because we bring life in the world. And the devil hates God's creations. And the unman hates us because we have been rebirthed, created differently, matured in the spirit, and we stay away from him. He knows he cannot have you. He cannot. And he's angry for that. He's angry that you have upped your standards. He's angry because you would rather be alone and not be with him or anyone. I tell you, my queens, for those of you who feel lonely, who feel hurt and they want companionship, do not go out there looking for a man. The Bible speaks on him finding you, and you are a treasure to be discovered. You are a different shade of gold. You are beautiful. You are worthy. The unman can't stand it. Have you ever noticed when you are looking and feeling and smelling your best that the unman is on deck? Satan's captain bitch. So when you see the unman in your mind, just say, Satan's captain bitch, his general bitch, soldier bitch, exactly what the unman is. And I told you, girls, my ladies, my women, my sisters, my queens, my beautiful black butterflies, I told you, the enemy does not want you to know your worth. So the unman is on deck to try and tear that out of you. But I am also on deck to put it back, to help you snatch your power by looking at your accomplishments. Everything that you have been big and bad enough to do this year, by the grace of God, all of it has been completed and about to be completed. This season, the unman could not get you. I know a lot of women this year, black beautiful queens that have stopped habits like smoking, been smoking cigarettes since they've been 21, don't even smoke it no more. These queens are demon substance, drug free, marijuana drug free, and now they don't even have the desire to smoke a cigarette. And the unman watching, and he can't stand you for that. You are strong, and you're stronger than what you think. Now, I always tell you about my favorite movies because I love to watch them. My favorite part on Superman, the original, with Christopher Reeves, that is when they put him in the crystal vault and they think that the crystal vault that they put him in will drain him of his power. And it doesn't. It gives him more power, but he don't brag on it. He don't protest. And when Zod says kneel before Zod, and he does it, he says squeeze my hand, and he does it. Then he shows his strength. Right when they think they got you, that's when your strength comes out. Oh yes, that is my favorite part. They underestimated him. It's a movie, sure, but it has a deep message to all of us. Let your hater think they have control over you. Let the hater ride. Fall back and let him turn your water to wine. I told you, another one of my favorite movies is The Matrix. Right there. Lawrence Fishburne sitting there, and he's surrounded by his enemies. They've given him the truth serum, and they're thinking that when he gets this, it's gonna break him, and it don't. He stands strong. He break chains. That's the sign right there telling you, chosen. Jesus break chains. They could have your feet chained, your hands tied behind your back, and Jesus will come and snatch it off. Now you could run to a better place, do greater things, because they cannot break you. The unman always trying to break the strong black woman with abuse physically, abuse mentally, abuse emotionally, abuse verbally. The unman loves to verbally insult beautiful black women because he thinks he's going to make us feel less than what he is. And it's impossible for someone who has accomplished so many things in their life, who have bounced back and still smiling and shining, to feel less than what they are because of an unman with venomous words. It's impossible. The second part of the Matrix that I love is when Neil realizes he is the one and he can beat them with one hand. He turns to the side and he's taking care of business with one hand and he's realizing who he is with the other one. Everything Neil went through built him up. Everything you've gone through has built you up. And that one person that you think is going to uplift you tells you you are not. Come on, my queens. There's been someone in your life who you have tried with to see if they see you and they didn't see you. Some of them did see you, but they didn't want to tell you because they knew if you saw all of that potential and strength in you, that you could beat them with one hand. You will realize you are the one. And that is us. And the unman cannot have us. He cannot control us. He cannot hurt our feelings because he is undone. He is unresolved. He is incomplete. He is a little boy in a man's body that need a entourage to feel like he's somebody. He need a crowd of people around him to make him feel important. He is a joke and he doesn't even know it. That's sad that he thinks he's on the top of the mountain and he thinks he's way up and really he's standing on a pile of shit. Yes, that is what the unman is. Incomplete, unresolved, unable to finish, unable to launch, afraid of change, hates you because you're strong and beautiful and a black queen who has been refined and reloaded. And he cannot stand you because you are above, not below. You are not a bottom feeder. You are Leviathan. That is why he fear your strength, your courage. Because just like Leviathan, you can change yourself into anything you want to change it to. You could be whoever you want. And the unman is stuck in the hood because he's afraid to challenge himself. So instead of him focusing on self, he want to focus on your past, not your present. You are bigger than that. Our Jesus is bigger than that. Who would you rather go to? Someone who beat death or someone who could die? Mm, I choose to be with Jesus. He beat death. Uh-huh. The unman is a creation and he wants to be a god. He's not. Because the only time he feels powerful is when he's trying to hurt you. Females, us, strong, black females. That is the only time he feels like he's doing something. And let me tell you, the unman is not only in the hood, he's in other places too. Oh, yeah. Be aware of the unman. You'll know him on sight. Pay attention to the words that come out of his mouth. Pay attention to what he say about women. Pay attention. It will not be long before you're at the other end of the stick and he's poking at you now. He done got what he want from you. He done got you. Do not let the unman into your mind, your heart, and please, never your body. You have changed the narrative. of statistics and beat the odds. The unman is a statistic. He is a statistic. And the bad thing about it is he knows he's a statistic and he does not want to change it. He likes being the bad guy. That's what he likes. He likes being the lackey. He likes being the one that people can run to because he's not important doing anything else. My queens, again, I tell you, please be aware of the unman because he is out there. Take a look. You'll see him. You'll hear him because he's under a bush somewhere hiding, under something trying to get at you. If you're standing on all 10 toes by yourself, and you can be anything you want to be, you have went to our Father. He has moved the flesh woman out of your way so that the spirit woman can soar, and you could be anything you want to be. Unleash. That's what you do. Dig into yourselves. Find that strength, that power. Pray to God that He bring it out of you. Because He will shut up the unman. He will shut their mouths. Just like He did the lions and the den with Daniel. The unman wait till we are alone to try and attack us. But the fourth man in the fire is always with us. God gives His angels charge over us, no matter where we are. The unman cannot touch us with a 10-foot pole. His words is his weapons. And I tell you, weak, jealous, envious women always run to the unman to try to get at strong women like us because they could not handle what we handle. And again, I tell you, penicillin was made by a mistake, and it is one of the most powerful medications to get rid of infections, bring down inflammations, everything. Penicillin. So when she went and got the unman to bother you, that was her mistake. And him trying to play out the task, that was his mistake. But no one sits around and look at that. No one does. And we don't have to pray for people's approval. Look for their advocation. Look for their smiles and, girl, you're doing a good job. No, we already know. Because every well wish is not exactly what it is. Every smile is not really a smile. Look at them eyes. And them eyes not smiling. That is not real. It's not genuine. It's not sincere. Be aware of the unman. And do not let his venomous words ruin your day. Especially when the Lord done brought you off the front porch and straight to the palace. Brought you out the dungeon and now you're the queen of the castle. The unman hates you. He is the devil's bitch. And he can't get in. He don't fit there. I love you, my queens. And everything that I experience, I'm going to share with you. Because when the enemy try to stop me from doing my podcast, when the enemy is coming at me, that's when I am knowing. I'm alert. That's my signal. Somebody needs you. One of your sisters are going through this thing. They have to know that it is a way to overcome that. They got to know that the devil is a liar and that the unman is the devil's biggest, best bitch because he a man, supposedly. And a lot of street generals will lie on you and they know people. So they're going to say this, man, I ain't going to tell you no lie, man. Let me tell you, man, I walked in there and I'm ruled, man, I tell you. Man, I know her from... He don't know you from a can of paint. So you let him keep away the bloody men from you. You let him keep him away because your king will look past all of that. And the Jesus in you and him will connect and attract. And there you will go. God is not going to give you any more abuse in your life. God is not going to allow any man to come at you and hurt you ever again. Because he's giving you the skills right now how to recognize the unman, how to embrace your pain, your www.memory.com, those memories, them feelings. He's giving you that. And he has blinded you in that toxic and bad situation. So now that you can look back and see the real picture, because you done jumped out the picture frame, and now you can look and see all the cracks and the crannies, the crooked smiles, the slanted eyes, the hand on your back with the dagger in it. You didn't see all of that because you had your back turned. Now you facing it with strength, maturity, and the unman cannot have you. The two-faced females cannot befriend you. You are a threat. You've been through the fire and you've come out. You are different. You are God's favorite daughter for a reason. Transformation has taken off and taken forth in your life. He treated you great. He fed you when you were hungry. He provided you a bed when you needed it. He's like a mother bird. When the mother bird babies grow their wings, she loves her babies now. But what she does is she pick them up by the back of their little necks and drop them out of the nest with everything she has shielded them from, all of the comfort. If they know while they're looking down that they need to flap them wings and fly, they'll fly and they will launch off. The unman cannot launch. No, he cannot. He has failed to launch off. When he got dropped, he fell and he did not get up. Our Father nourished us, provided for us, strengthened us, shielded us from the rain. He hid us in the valley. And when it was time, when he had matured you in the spirit, when he had matured you to live life and use your free will freely for good, it is in your works. So when he took you like a mama bird and he put you out there, you flew. You flew. And you are still flying, my queens, my sisters, my beautiful black women that is cut from the same texture as me. You have your power. Do not give it away. Do not fret thyself because of evildoers. Neither be thy envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall be soon cut down like the green grass. They shall wither away into smoke. And the Lord shall laugh at the wicked, for he seeth their day is coming. So don't worry about the unman. He got to catch up. And guess what? He'll never do it. If where we're going is outside of the hood, he is not coming. If where we're going is straight to the top, he is not coming. He cannot fly that high. He's a crow. He's a chicken. I love you, my sisters. Take heed because I did not come here to bring war. I came to bring the peace. I am a motivational speaker, and my name is Denise. Please like, subscribe, share, and send your comments to Our Father's Podcast. People like me with Denise Jenkins. I am my sister's keeper, keeper of the women like me. Therefore, I shall keep my sisters out of harm's way and out of trouble with every experience, everything that I've been through. I shall lead my sisters with love, give them love, show them love, be love them, lead them into sobriety with love, lead them out of a toxic situation, circumstance, ooh, or relationship with love, with the experience, with the power that my Father has placed in me. I will show you how the Lord could take a bad situation that your enemies plot to make it look like you about to fall because you're not. He will cause your enemies to be your stepping stool. So when they try to set you up for a downfall, that is your step up for a come up. Believe it. Please like, share, and subscribe, and send your comments to Our Father's Podcast. Peace be unto you, my sisters. Peace be unto you. Yes, I went to the school of hard knocks. Yes, I graduated from the College of Pain. Yes, I am misunderstood. Mm-hmm. Yes, that is why my haters and the enemy misuse my name. But I don't sweat that because God's got my back. From the beginning to the end, I know with Him I'm winning. And so could you. Peace be unto you, my sisters. Peace be unto you, my queens. Take it lightly. Take it lightly. Day by day. Peace out.